Hi, for people that don't know who I am, my name is Paul Coulombe. I'm not that old, so I expect this guy's already got me buried. No, let me speak. We let you speak. Let me speak, please. You know, I've been here for a number of years and made a sizable investment in Southport, my home, the bridge, Oliver's. I've made a sizable investment in Bigelow, the library, the Opera House, and you could go on from there. I plan, you know, I already have the plans in the works, so we're definitely going ahead with the new clubhouse.
I love the country club, and the food is wonderful at the restaurant.
I guess the point you miss about the town is it's really about economic development. It's about having a better Route 27. It's about traffic flow. We have a place called Botanical Gardens that are attracting a lot more people than they did 2 years ago. And I think they're projecting to have many more people in the years to come. So we have a traffic problem. And we all know we have a traffic problem, whether it's Thursday morning or any event. And it's also dangerous. People have already died on 27. How much more is it going to take? So Jim is a creative guy, and the selectmen are creative people. And they came to me, I didn't come to them. And so they see it as a mechanism that saves the town taxpayers money. They also see it as a mechanism to improve traffic flow and safety, and also economic development. And I've given everyone here my word that I'm gonna spend the money. So I can guarantee it. And my heirs, in case I get hit by a truck or a car outside the parking lot tonight, they are gonna continue with my plan.
We have your word for it.
Yes, you have my word.
I mean this in all sincerity. When you make a legal agreement with the town to that effect?
I'd have to review that with my attorneys, whether I actually do a legal agreement committing, but believe me, we're at the later stages of planning. So we've already designed the clubhouse, we've designed the roads, we've designed everything in the complex. I've spent $11 million on that hill today. I'm scheduled to spend over 20 more million in the next 18 months. And that's our schedule. We're already going to start digging the ground. If anyone's been around, there's been dynamite on the golf course. I've spent $5 million improving the golf course. And so it's in the works, and it's happening today. So it's not a dream. And I have the financial wherewithal. I've been fortunate enough in my life to be successful in business, and I'm willing to spend the money in this town and make a commitment. You're talking about borrowing $2.5 million. I'm spending $25 million, 10 times that amount in Boothbay, because I happen to believe in this town. And I would hope you would believe in yourselves more than that. And I'm from away. You know? Not really away, I'm from Lewiston, Maine, but I have to believe in Boothbay and Boothbay Harbor and Southport and East Boothbay. And I think this town needs a big infusion of capital. I think you need to open your doors and open your eyes and open your minds to a better future for the town. And if you don't do the improvements on 27 at some point in time, it's going to choke you off. It's going to hurt Botanical Gardens. Yeah, it'll hurt the country club to some extent, but it'll hurt the whole community. And here's an opportunity that isn't going to cost you 1 penny out of your pocket. And it's going to improve this town. And it'll send a big signal to people wanting to move in this town, like myself.
I want to address another one of your. No, I want to address one of your other questions. We have not had any more discussions with any other businesses. We could come to the folks and say we want to create a TIF district around Boothbay Harbor Country Club. That would be very short-sighted of us. We are trying to create a bigger TIF district in hopes of attracting businesses in town. Rhinell, perfect example. Look at how they are expanding since they've left the industrial park. They left the industrial park because we had no water, no sewer there. If we had the mechanisms in place that we want to have after November when they were there, and we approached them and said, look, if you expand here and we'll put water and sewer there, we'd have 50 more jobs plus what they added after they left Boothbay. So, I mean, we would be very short-sighted to say, okay, we're going to take Paul Coulombe's country club and we're going to make a TIF district of it with nothing else included. That would make no sense. I mean, we tried to come up with the best possible working scenario. That's why we included the industrial park. We hope to bring business in. Is that a guarantee? Absolutely not.
I spoke firsthand to the project developer that's working on Rhinell to place them in either Wisconsin or Brunswick. I'm not sure if they've made that decision yet because we have a relationship with them originating from here. And I told him about our TIF plan before it was public. And he said if we had done this a year ago, they would be talking about Brunswick, Wiscasset, and Boothbay. And they're doing 200 jobs.
And we kind of stumbled, pardon the pun, but we kind of stumbled onto this. I mean, Jim kind of was getting rumors of what they were doing here, and did we have executive sessions? Yes, we did. With our lawyer, we did. We never had any executive sessions with Paul Coulombe. I mean, I met with him personally once with Jim. They were divulging. That was not a regular meeting at all. It was strictly. No. Yeah, but it was not a regular meeting. It takes 3 of us selectmen to have an actual meeting. So we met, and he divulged his plans to us. That was long before the public. Well, when I say long before, not. And we had to respect his business decision not to want to let that go public yet. He wasn't ready for it yet, to his expansion. So he trusted us, and in return, I mean, when you guys elect us, you trust us with a little bit. You know, I mean, we're not trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes by any means. We're looking out for the best interests of the town.
I think that's recognized. No one doubts.
And I didn't take it that way. I didn't.
There's something else to mention here that I think is really important, and I don't know if Jim's comfortable or not, but you know, there's a real opportunity for this town to get matching funds through a grant, and I think there's a very high percentage, more than 90%, that we can get over $1 million from the state government to help contribute to this plan. And it's going to be available if the state approves the bond on November 4th or 5th, whatever that 5th.
Yeah.
So if the state approves that bond, the likelihood goes up dramatically that you get this, potentially to get this grant money, which, you know, you can't count on something you can't count on, but it looks very likely that the state's going to approve this bond, very likely. And then our chances will be right at the top of the list. And that's part of the reason the selectmen have taken this little bit of risk in order to be at the top of that list to get that $1 million, because $1 million is a big deal when it's for free, interest-free, just a grant, an out grant. And they can't really talk about that because it's not a sure thing. I can talk about it because I'm not an elected official. It probably never will be, but, you know, those are the kinds of things they're privy to, and there's more money than that that's potentially available to us. And I'm going to make sure, within all my power, that you're going to get the money. And I've told Jim that I'm personal friends with the governor. I will work whatever I have to do to get you the money. And just a comment, you know, I'm investing a lot of money in this town. I'm getting nothing for it. I'm losing my shirt. And I always will lose my shirt. I will never see that investment come back to me in my lifetime. So it's really philanthropic. It's really a donation on my part. And I'm not trying to get any accolades here, but that's really what it's about. And the town understands that. So yes, do they want to?
But with all due respect, you consult with your lawyers, because the taxpayers are committing themselves to a bond that will cost $3.6 million on the basis of your word. And we respect your word immensely, but it's not legal protection for the taxpayer.
And Paul said something that resonated with me, and then there was a little bit of conversation. He says you won't pay 1 penny. Well, you may. Let me tell you about your 1 penny. Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, nothing gets built. We borrow the money, we build it. It costs the most amount of money. Costs $2.5 million. The debt service on that is going to cost you 1 penny on your taxes. So your taxes.
How can that be?
Because of the amount of the payment would factor into the total value of the town. It would go up about a penny, maybe 2 cents.
So that's a lot of risk. And I'll tell you what, I will give you that penny, and I'll put that in writing.
That is phony arithmetic. I'm sorry to have to put it that way.
I'll tell you, I'll say something in public because I want to, satisfy you. If for any reason I'm not here and I don't build that clubhouse, I'll put in writing that I'll pay the $2.5 million myself. I'll write a check to the town. How's that?
I'd like to see you put that in writing.
Well, I don't have a problem with that. I'd be happy to, and I'd like you to see
We know
it.
you're going to build the clubhouse, and we're delighted with it, and it'll be a wonderful addition to the town. The issue is not simply that.
What is the issue?
Understand that. Well, the issue is that the building of the clubhouse will not increase the value sufficient to pay off the bond. There has to be more investment in that.
No, that's not true.
Actually, yes, it will.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're absolutely wrong. And another thing you're wrong about is It's about the town. What about Route 27? How about keeping your kids safe? How about making it so pedestrians aren't crossing Route 27 in the middle of traffic? Believe me, I come off Bar Island every day, and when the traffic's piled up on 27, we all dart on 27. We all take daring moves. Every day I see everybody do it. It's dangerous. Don't you care about that at all?